Are fake products infringing on your utility patent? Let me show you the exact steps to get them removed. Also, if you stay until the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you how to get an attorney in the USA for a great price. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO and founder of EHP Consulting Group, and my goal is to help you become and stay a millionaire on Amazon, and the only way to do that is to conquer Amazon together. Let's dive in. So step number one is you want to pull up your item. So you want to pull up your item and make sure you see, okay, this is your item. So we're going to pretend that this is your item. And then number two is you're going to pull up the competitor that you think is infringing on your utility patent. So let's say this is the competitor and they're infringing on one of your utility patents. You can see that they're pretty close. And then step number three is to actually pull up your utility patent and go through it really quick and see if it actually does this competitor violate your utility patent. So we're pulling up right now, this is a design patent. So if it has the letter D in it, it's a design patent. In today's video, we're talking about utility patents. So we're not gonna be going over this one, but you can see if yours has a D in it, it's a design patent. And if it doesn't, then it's usually a utility patent. So this one you can say, this talks about the saline solution and how the water goes through a nozzle to go into your nose because this cleans out your nose. So potentially this one is violating our utility patent. We're just triple checking if it does. And this is actually from this manufacturer. So this is actually their utility patent right here. And we're just triple checking it. And we're seeing, okay, let's go through. Now, when we go through the utility patent, we want to see what claim. So we've got 14 claims on here. We want to pick one. What is the best claim that this competitor is infringing on? Now, you can only pick one. So just try to go through these. If you don't know, then you can stay until the end of the video and I'll show you how to get an attorney for a great price that can help you pick a claim. Step number 4 is to log into Brand Registry. So all you have to do is go to brandregistry.amazon.com and then you can log in. If you don't have an account, you can sign up with the same email address and password as your Seller Central account, or just sign up, make sure you have a trademark, enroll that, and then you can start reporting fakes. So we're going to click this and report a violation. And then what we're going to do is say this is in Amazon.com, so this is the USA. We're going to copy the ASIN. And this is just Amazon's internal code to track the inventory. It usually starts with the letter B as in boy. I'm going to click search. And then we want to get the entire listing removed. So we're going to click this. And then we're going to click patent infringement. Patent potential violation of my utility patent. You're going to go through the brand name, whatever your brand name is. Do you have a patent number? Yes. Here's our patent number right here. Copy and paste that in. And then you're going to provide more information. So you're going to provide information. So what claim it violates. This violates claim 3, which says this. The ASIN, and you're going to put their ASIN. Violates claim number 3, which states, and then you can just put what claim 3 states. Now, once you do that, you have a couple different options, but the best option in my professional opinion is going to be Apex. And if you don't have an Apex ID, what you're going to do is click none of these, and then you're going to enroll in Apex. We're going to go over more about Apex in a second, but would you like to submit an application of Apex? You're going to click yes. You're going to put your expiration date, and this is where I said to pick a claim. Pick a claim number for evaluation. You can only pick one claim number, one patent. So let's say this is claim number 3. We're going to put claim number 3. And then names of any corporate patents, subsidiaries, or any other entities related to the patent owner, if you have any of those. And then you're just going to submit it. Reporting fakes on Amazon is just like whack-a-mole. You got to keep hitting those fakes down. And once you do it right the first time, like you're going to do with Apex, they'll get removed for good. So hit those whack-a-moles really quick, and then you're going to submit it. Once you submit it, usually it takes about a day, or it could even take 2 weeks, and you're going to receive a follow-up. So you can actually check on it in your submission history. You can go here, and you're going to see it, and it's going to say pending. And Right now, it's during the holiday season that I'm making this video, so Amazon is usually kind of have a lot of notifications, so it takes maybe 2 weeks for them to get back to you, but they're going to email you and an attorney is going to reach out to you for the next step. And to go over the next steps on what's going to happen with Apex is we're going to go through this Amazon Patent Evaluation Express so you can learn more about Apex and how you can apply. I just showed you how to apply, and pretty much the Apex evaluation typically takes 4 to 6 weeks to complete. If a seller chooses to participate, the evaluation can take an additional 8 weeks to complete, 12 to 14 weeks total. During this time, the report listing will remain live. So you're not going to get this listing removed if it is counterfeit unless you win. And pretty much to win, what you have to do is you need to put down $4,000 into Amazon. So this goes into escrow. It just sits there, right? So you put down $4,000. Amazon contacts this competitor and says they need to put down $4,000 as well to even be eligible for the program. If they do not put down $4,000, they automatically lose and they get kicked off of Amazon. If they do put $4,000, then they need to have pretty much an attorney, have somebody ready or an attorney ready that says why they are not ripping off your utility patent. So you pretty much have to have a claim. This is why they are violating our utility patent, and they have to say this is why we are not. Then a third-party attorney in the USA that's assigned by Amazon is going to say, okay, Navaj, you won. They're going to get kicked off. If that happens, you get your money back. Or they're going to say, Navaj, you lost. This person isn't violating your utility patent. And then you have to give $4,000. You lose pretty much $4,000 and the competitor gets their money back. So it's kind of a bit of a process, but if you do know that they are violating your utility patent, it shouldn't be an issue and you should be able to win pretty easily. And what happens a lot of the times is the competitor doesn't want to put up $4,000 and they automatically lose and get kicked off of Amazon. Now, for staying till the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you how to get a great attorney for a great price as well. And what you're going to do is go to Fiverr.com. Now, bear with me here because there is a trick. So you type in patent, right? Like you're searching Fiverr. And what you want to do is only have US attorneys. You don't want to hire somebody from Pakistan. You want to have an actual US attorney. So you're going to click service options and you're only going to show target country United States. And it says 199 results, but it's actually only 3. There's only 3 results. There are attorneys that are brand new and they want to try out Fiverr in the US. And they're like, hey, let's just try out Fiverr. We're going to give a great price. Now here's a 5-star review. And they only have 1 review, but it's $80. So we're going to see this is a great price. He's from the United States. I'm a patent attorney with several years of both prosecuting and litigation patents and background. He's going to do an hour-long Zoom call for $80. Now, I don't know any attorneys in the US that have experience that are charging $80 an hour. So if you work with this guy, you're probably going to get a really good deal if you explain the situation, if he can help you come up with the claim and stuff, which he could probably do within that hour-long Zoom call, and it should be less than $200 when you'd pay an actual patent attorney, probably $500 to $1,000 or more to even help you with this case. So, and the best part is if he doesn't do a good job, you can complain to Fiverr and get all of your money back. And that's it for today's video. Leave a comment below on how you recently conquered Amazon. And if you learned something new, drop a like. If you're already an Amazon seller, I highly recommend you subscribe to the channel because we're giving out great content that's going to help you with your Amazon journey. Also, if you need help with anything regarding Amazon, contact ehpconsultinggroup.com right in the description. And our #1 service is our full account management, where you'll have your own dedicated consultant personally trained by me, managing your advertising, your customer service, even in removing fakes. Anything that you need, contact ehpconsultinggroup.com today.